We could have been ourselves without our delights, but not without our struggles. We find the missing puzzle pieces to our own psyche deep within the cracks in the middle of our darkest abyss. Not next to some coffee cup next to the TV screen. And yeah, it would be easier that way, but sometimes life isn't easy. If easier were better, then instead of saying easier, we would probably use the word better or some hybrid version of the word like beezier or... yeah, beezier. I like beezier. That's way better than the other one. See, to me, better is improving upon oneself. And without adversity, how can one overcome adversity? And overcoming adversity thereby improves yourself. It's simple. It's such a simple concept, and everyone knows it. But as human beings, it's so hard to apply that to our own lives. It's so hard to accept that because sadness consumes us. The cut that's tearing through your thoughts, the leading car in your race against anxiety, and the mirage in the corner of your eye while walking through the desert. Those are all situational. They all are in this moment. Heals wound. Races end, and eventually deserts turn into lawns. It's just you have to get to that moment. And after getting through that moment, you have overcome that adversity and become a bigger person. And yeah, we get scars from those wounds, but you said scars are a bad thing. Why do we have to cover our scars with makeup? Why do we have to sew them up and try to act like they never existed? Why can't we just walk up to mommy and say, hey, I ran with scissors, and I got a boo-boo, and you better kiss it. Okay, don't actually speak to your mothers like that. That's pretty aggressive. I prefer you not. Maybe running with scissors is a little embarrassing, but it's your story. And you should never be afraid to tell your story because it can help so many people. Once upon a time, and way back when, somebody ran with scissors and probably cut off their ear, and now you're not supposed to do it for good reason. Don't be afraid to share your story. Also, you should be reminded that there's an end to every story. To every depression, to every phase in your life, something new is just around the corner, and it will make it so much better. And that's so hard to promise, but I can promise that to you because as a human being, we're super lucky to be alive. Let me fancy you with a few questions, a test per se, one that should be in the magazines but got overridden by which Jonas Brothers are you most like? Nick, by the way. I'm most like Nick Jonas. I wish. Question 1. Have you ever wondered which Jonas Brothers are most like? Question 2. Do you ever pick your nose a little bit and then play it off as if you were just scratching? Question 3. Have you ever had a crush on somebody that you haven't really spoken to, you just have a crush on them because? Question 4. Have you ever made eye contact with that person and then smiled a little bit, thinking to yourself, oh, I hope they don't think I was staring at them? Question 5. Have you ever looked up at the stars and told your friend how beautiful they are, not just because they're beautiful, but also because you kind of wanted to let them know you were looking at the stars? Question 6. Have you ever gotten in your bed and thought to yourself, gosh, I'm an asshole. I'm such a hypocrite. Question 7. Have you ever laid down in bed and thought, why am I so alone? Or will anybody ever love me? Question 8. Have you ever thought life would be easier if it weren't life at all? Question 9. Did you ever lie in bed, basking in the nicknames you've been called, or the pressures that have been dropped into you, crying tears of the past, squeezing onto your pillow as your mind screams, let me out of this circus act. I am not a toy, but I only feel used. I am just a boy, I am just a girl, or I'm just confused. I have no problem, but everyone thinks I do, and I'd love to grasp for air, but what's the use? Well, if you've answered yes to any of these questions, congratulations. You're a human. Life can get hard sometimes. Nobody said being alive coincides with glamour. Heartache doesn't come with a Gucci bag or designer clothing. Loneliness isn't accompanied by 4 monkeys who smile all the time and know how to clap with symbols. That'd be pretty cool though. That would be pretty dang freaking awesome. Life does get hard. And in those moments it feels like we're never going to get up again, but we are so wrong. Because not only do scars heal, but they shape who we become. They dent our psyches and act as the building blocks of who we are. And whatever you are going through right now, you'll overcome it. Your clean skin may become tainted, but normal skin is boring anyways. When's the last time you've heard, "Oh my gosh, you are like so normal," as a compliment? Live your mistakes out. Overcome the mirages in life. And most importantly, remember that things will get better. And they are going to get better. It's true. And whether it takes puppies or kittens in a mug or some random guy on YouTube that doesn't think he knows what he's talking about to make you realize that, I can assure you it does. If I can help you in any way possible, please let me know. Please just send me a message. I have a Tumblr, a Twitter, I have all that Facebook, social media, jazz, all the hip young kids are using. Just don't be afraid to send me a message because I just want to help. Have a great day.